Australia is known for having crazy animals. Spiders that are larger than your hand, birds that attack you on sight, venomous sea creatures, and spiders that have enough venom to kill you in 5 minutes. I was born in Australia and I was raised on all the cautionary tales on why not to run into the bush and give a redback spider a hug. But after 15 years of California, I'm back and realizing that I might not be as tough as I previously thought. So today we're going to be using the popular tier list ranking system to see which Aussie animals actually scare me the most and which ones are actually not that bad. Some of these might surprise you. Let's get into it. So if you haven't been on YouTube recently, there is this thing called the tier ranking list. Normally it goes S for being the best and then F all the way to the bottom, but I actually removed a couple because I don't think we need as many categories, but we're going to actually change the categories. The first one will be in the bin. I am absolutely so scared of this thing. I think it needs to be burned. It needs to be in the bin. It needs to be away. I'm just going to pretend it never exists. Goodbye. The next one will be a little lion in the zoo because if it's behind glass, I'm okay to look at it. It's scary, but I just don't want it to be in my vicinity, and I respect you. You respect me. We're gonna be a little bit apart. So kind of like a lion in the zoo. I'm very scared of them, but if they're behind a closed wall, I'm fine. Then the next one is I'm scared, but I'm gonna take a photo first. So this is a little picture of me taking a little photo. I would be scared of it. I'm going to get close enough just to take a photo of it, but I'm still going to respect its distance. It's maybe not that scary, but you know, I can work with it. Then lastly for F, this is not scary at all. This is basically a Disney character. We have this very cute koala who's looking adorable. These things are so adorable. I would pick one up. I would hold it. I would want it as a pet. Now let's get into ranking the actual animals. And I'm actually going to be leaving the scariest one at the very end. And honestly, not a lot of people know about this animal anyways. So yeah, we're going to save it for the end because it's literally the scariest. And also keep in mind, these are my opinions. You might think that some of these animals are super scary and I might not. If you disagree with me, or even if you agree with me, definitely leave it down in the comments because I'm very curious on what you guys think. First, we're going to start with our very Aussie iconic animal, and that is a wombat. Not a kangaroo, surprising. So wombats, I've actually seen a couple of these in real life. A lot of my family lives near Wilson's Prom, which is a sanctuary for a lot of the different animals here in Australia. And the ones over at Wilson's Prom are actually all diseased, poor things. But their whole backs are like, their hair is falling out and they look like they just have like really itchy skin. The normal wombats are really cute, but the ones at Wilson's Prom are a little bit, I'm unsure of. They're also not very dangerous. I think the biggest thing they're gonna do is get into your tent and try and steal your chocolate or something like that. So for that, we're going to put them in the very cute stage at the bottom because I would go up and pet one. I mean, I'm not going to go pet the wildlife, but if it was an option, I would. The next one is a redback spider. Redback spiders, every time I see one, or at least like a picture of one, it makes me think of Spider-Man. I wonder if it was actually based off of this spider. The thing is, it does not give you superpowers, it freaking kills you. But the good thing is about redback spiders is that they will 100% totally ignore you if you ignore them. A lot of the time they're in like old sheds that nobody ever touches. They're really like solo spiders. They don't like being near anything. So I respect you, you respect me. Let's just put them in the zoo, like a lion in the zoo. We're gonna respect each other, redback spider. And I was actually told this story recently from someone else, but they said in New Zealand, if you're a tradie where you have to like go under houses or like fix electrical stuff, in New Zealand, there's like no poisonous animals at all. Just the way that the animals evolved over there, they just didn't need to be poisonous. But in Australia, there are rules about going under houses and looking at things because there's things like redback spiders underneath these houses and snakes and things like that. Yeah, don't catch me going under a house anytime soon, especially in Australia. But yeah, redback spiders, I do not fuck with them. The next one is super cute. Oh my God. It is a quokka. Now, I think that they're only over in Perth. I haven't really seen many in Melbourne over where I'm living. I mean, I haven't even gone to the zoo yet, but they definitely would be over in the zoo, I'm sure. But quokkas are these little rodent-like animals. I feel like Australia has a lot of these kind of looking animals, like marsupials, where they just look like little teddy bears, like they're the cutest thing ever. But a fun thing about quokkas as well is their mouths just kind of look like they're constantly smiling. And there's a bunch of pictures of like all these like famous people taking selfies with a quokka. I definitely need to do that at some point in my life, but for that we are going to put it in the very cute section because they're just so adorable with their little smiles. I love it. Next, we have a platypus. Shout out my best friend Perry the platypus. She got that nickname all the time as a kid. Platypuses, do you say platypuses or platypi? I don't actually know. But they're very unique animals. I hear they have like a little like tooth or something, or like a fang. That's what I've heard of them referred to before, in their beak. But they are some of the weirdest animals. I mean, I have a biology degree, so when we're studying evolution, that was one thing that we always looked at was platypuses, because they're just so random of like how these random, mutations will come together to make this really unique animal. Platypuses are crazy as well because they do lay eggs, and they have like this beak looking thing going on, and they can swim really well. They're super cool. And I remember seeing one at a zoo and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But they're very hard to take photos of because they're just like running around and swimming everywhere, and they're just like these little weasels of the water. For some reason, they scare me a little bit. Like, I don't know why. Like, I wouldn't want to pet one because I just feel like they're just gonna like, freaking slap at me or something. Like, when you're a kid and you try and feed a duck and then it bites you and then you're just scarred a little bit. So that's kind of how I feel about like a platypus. So sorry, platypus, but you're going in the, I'm kind of scared, but I'll take a photo. If I could get a photo of them, because they're very elusive. All right, next we have a magpie. Now, magpies, they just look like a normal everyday bird, but if you're an Australian, you know, and if you're a bike rider, you definitely know. But they are super protective of their nests and will come down and actually swoop at you. Fun fact, I was recently at a train station, and at the very top of the destination board, they had beware of swooping magpies. So it's real if they're putting up warning signs at a train station. But I do walk past them all the time and they don't really bother me, but I actually have a photo of one swooping me before. I went with my boyfriend James to have a nice little picnic at the park, and this whole thing freaking swooped me out of nowhere. It was crazy. But I have it on my Instagram if you want to go check it out, but here are the photos anyways. I can't believe he got that on camera too. I just wish he took a live photo because that would have been even funnier. So with that, I'm kind of scared of them, and I feel like they're in between like the zoo and taking a photo of them, but I feel like I'm going to do taking a photo of them because like I walk past them all the time and they don't really bother me. But I wouldn't go up and pet one and try and like, hang out with it or anything. Next iconic animal that we have is a croc. The mighty croc. It's a crocodile. These aren't really down in Melbourne, but they are up in near like Darwin or Cairns or any place around more of the northern bit of Australia. And crocs scared the hell out of me. I think because when I was a kid, I had this reoccurring dream. I don't know where it originally came from, but in the dream, I would be sitting near like a swampy area and I'd be putting my feet in the water, just kind of like paddling around with my feet. But a croc would come up, grab me at my legs, pull me underwater, and it would go on the death spiral. So the death spiral is literally like it just spins and it drowns its prey, and it just kind of like throws the prey around. Like it's insane. I think I might have seen it in like some kind of survival show or something where they're warning about the crocs and the death spiral, because little me was so scared, and old me is also very scared. So for this, I'm gonna say put it in the bin. These things are like prehistoric baddies. I mean, they literally did not evolve at all considering the amount of time that they've been on planet Earth as a species. So I don't mess with them. They're killing machines. They didn't need to change for a reason. And yeah, I'm very scared. So in the bin they go. Next, we have a kangaroo. So kangaroo, very, very iconic animal of Australia. You could probably say the most iconic, next to a koala, I guess, but we're gonna get to there. Kangaroos, I feel like they're pretty chill. Like every time I see one when I'm going on a hike or a walk or anything, they're always very far away. So I don't really have to worry about them attacking me or anything. But I don't know if you guys have seen that viral video of this like kangaroo trying to like snatch up this dog, and then this Aussie man just goes up and freaking punches the kangaroo. Like, I don't know if you've seen that. Cue the freaking clip because it's hilarious.
Let it go, Tom.
Like, what the hell? He literally punched a kangaroo, and the kangaroo was just like, bruh, did he really just do that? But these things are insane, and there's like pictures of them like super muscly and like looking like a tank, because these things are so strong. Like the fact that they can sit on their tail and it holds up their whole body, like they weigh as much as like, a really strong man or something like that, and they can get super tall too. So they kind of scare me. I think it kind of depends on what kind of kangaroo, because there's also wallabies. I know that there are a different species, but wallabies are like so cute and so small and cute, but like the big kangaroos, like I'm like, dude, and I'm 6 feet tall as well, so That's saying something. So for that, I'm going to say, I don't know. I think maybe put it in the zoo. Like, you know, I don't really want to be close to it at all. I don't even want to be close enough to really take a photo. I would have to be using like, you know, a zoom lens or anything. But yeah, we're going to say put him in the zoo because I either want to be behind some glass or I just want to keep some distance away from a kangaroo. I just don't want to mess with them. I respect them though. Next, we have a blue-ringed octopus. Blue-ringed octopus scare me so much and are kind of the reason that I do not want to go in the water or in the ocean at all when I'm in Australia. Like, I spent like 15 years in California, and over there's not really much that's gonna just randomly run up to you and hurt you in the ocean. Like, yeah, there's other stuff, but they're really big. But with like blue bottle jellyfish and blue-ringed octopus, I don't know. I don't mess with it at all. It scares me so much, especially with that show. I think it was like Bondi Beach Rescue or something like that, where there's like a kid that gets stung by blue bottle and he has to have like the green whistle, which is like this pain medicine thing that dulls the pain of the sting and things. But oh my god, just seeing little kids like scream in pain. And like, I actually went to Sydney this year in February. I actually have a vlog about it if you want to watch that. Me and my friend were going to go swimming, but they put up a sign that there were blue bottle jellyfish, so I have no need to go in the ocean. I don't want to go in the ocean. It's cold anyways. No thanks. Even though I was talking about blue bottle jellyfish, I feel the exact same way about the blue ringed octopus. You just always hear about it and how scary it is, and just how one little sting from it can basically kill you. So yeah, for that, in the bin, goodbye. I never want to interact with a blue-ringed octopus in my life. Yeah. Next we have, and this should be a jump scare if any of you guys are scared of spiders, but a Huntsman spider. Literally look at that photo. It is huge. I recently saw one as well when I was visiting my aunt and uncle who live out kind of near Wilson's Prom area as well. And there was just a huge one. Oh my God, roll the clip. But there was a huge one in their garage, just posted up, just chilling. I'm not really someone who's scared of spiders. Like, I have a lot of spiders in my house because I'm in just an old house, and I actually made a TikTok of me spraying a bunch of baby spiders, which I felt really bad about actually. Like, I think about them to this day every time I go brush my teeth in the bathroom. But yeah, I don't really mind spiders too much. Like, if they're chilling, I'm chilling. Even if they like were to crawl on me, I'd be like, that's fine. As long as it's not a redback spider, because screw that. I don't want to be near them. But surprisingly with Huntsman spiders, like, I think they're a little bit like, whoa, oh my God, that's like big. But at the same time, like, knowing that they're harmless, I really don't think they're that bad. Surprisingly to some, I'm actually going to put them in the cute one, because I think I'm like, oh, they're kind of cute. You know what I mean? Like, they're just big and furry. Like, they're not going to hurt me. As long as they're not going to hurt me, like, I don't care. I'll let you exist. You can hang out near me. I would hold one, you know? Like, what are those other really big spiders? Like tarantulas. Like, I feel like I would hold a tarantula too. Like, yeah, it's a bit scary, but as long as they don't have any venom, as long as they can't bite me, I'm fine. I'm chilling. They can just hang out. I'd be like that dude holding on my hand. Like, imagine a whole Huntsman spider just chilling in my hand right now. Next, we have a sugar glider. These things are so cute. Like, look at those freaking eyes. I know people actually have them as pets. And I remember when I was a kid, I was super into the whole like exotic pet thing because I just thought it was really cool. I was asking my mom if I could get a sugar glider because I thought they were the freaking coolest thing ever. And people would have videos of them like flying around their rooms and stuff like that. And I was like, this is so cool. They look to me pretty harmless. So we're going to put them in the cute section. Very adorable. Next, we have an Australian frilled neck lizard. Now, this one always makes me think of Jurassic Park because I can't remember if it was a scene in the first one. I'm pretty sure it's in like the first movie where there's one of the dinosaurs and it has like that frilled neck thing. And I think it was actually based off of this lizard, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure the reason that they have this is to intimidate or scare predators or, you know, maybe other lizards as well. They could use it as like a mating thing. I don't actually know. Yeah, if I saw one of these in real life, I'm like, oh, I don't know. It looks kind of cool, but at the same time, like, look at those little teeth. Like, I feel like it would just bite me. I don't know. They look intimidating. So for that, I'm like, I would take a photo because I'm like, that's really cool if you're seeing like a neck frilled, what is it? An Australian frilled neck lizard. If you're seeing one of these in real life, I would have been like, wow, that's really cool. But I don't really want to be near it because I feel like you're going to bite me. So no thanks. The next one we have is a jewel spider. Now, I just remember seeing a lot of these as a kid. I thought they were so cool. And I think there was another trip when we were normally living in California, but we just came over to visit all of our family in Australia. And we saw a ton of jewel spiders, all in different colors. They were so, so cool and so pretty. And I'd never seen a spider like that. I mean, when you think of spiders, you think of the Huntsman, you think of the Redback Spider, but these jewel spiders are absolutely so freaking cool. And not scary at all. Even though they have little spikes and stuff, they were just chilling, just, climbing around, making their little webs. So for that, we're going to put them in the cute section because it's so cute. This next one is so scary. I hope to never encounter it in my life, but it's an eastern brown snake. The eastern brown snake is so venomous and so poisonous, and the way that it camouflages into the ground, like even in this photo, it has like that same color pattern just as its environment. And I feel like this is one that I would like accidentally step on. I still haven't gone camping since living in Australia, and I used to go a lot as a kid, but even still, just knowing how many animals are out there that you could just like run into and they would just literally kill you right away. This one especially just scares me so much. So that one we're going to put in the bin because I don't like venom. I don't like poison. I don't want to accidentally step on one. It's crazy because in California we have, I would say like the equivalent of that somewhat is a rattlesnake. So rattlesnakes, we get told off in California all the time, like, oh my God, beware of rattlesnakes, like run away from them. They're, especially the babies, because they can't control how much venom they release. You really got to watch out for them. And one time I was on a hike and there was this whole hill and we wanted to see the sunset. So I was like, let's run up this hill. And as I was running up the hill, I'm on this like tiny little path that, we're going up on the hill by. And as I'm walking, I'm just looking at the ground in front of me. And what do I see? A rattlesnake rolled up, just sitting in the middle of the trail. And I said, we're not going to see the sunset tonight. Let's turn around. I do not want to see a rattlesnake. And we got in our cars and we drove home. So now another super iconic Australian animal. We have a koala. Koala. A lot of people when they come and visit Australia will go to those petting zoos and like go and pet a koala, which I really don't agree with because I don't know, these koalas, they're barely awake. Like they sleep like 22 hours a day and a lot of them freaking have chlamydia or whatever. So I think we need to respect the koalas, and I think they're actually, don't quote me on this, but I heard that they're like getting rid of the petting zoos, like you can't pet them or anything like that. But scary wise, now if you look at their hands, you can see how they have like two opposable thumbs and like the other fingers go the other direction. And apparently, because they have to hold onto the trees, their talons are insane. Like super strong. I think people always think that they're such cute animals. They see the teddy bears, they call it a koala bear, they think it's amazing. That's all great because I think it helps like tourism in Australia and stuff, but at the same point, koalas scare me. Surprising, I know, but just thinking about their claws and if they were to like, grab onto me, a little bit unpredictable. I mean, they would probably be sleeping for a long time, but yeah, it just kind of, And also, if you ever kind of been out in the bush and you hear screams, a lot of the time that's a koala. Their screams are freaking crazy and they sound like little babies and they're just like, "Arr!" And I don't know, it just scares me, especially when it's like, in the evening and all of a sudden you're hearing like what sounds like a baby screaming. It sounds like a freaking horror story. So I do not like them. So we're going to I'll take a photo, but I definitely don't want to touch them. I don't want to cuddle up with them. Their talons scare me. So yeah, no thanks. All right. Our next animal that I've actually seen in real life too is an echidna. I freaking love these things, and I definitely struggled to spell the word echidna when I was a kid. But these things are so cool, especially when you see them in the wild, because they're just kind of like slowly crawling, and they have this cute little nose that they like move around and stuff. And I just think they're really freaking cool animals. The quills do scare me though. Like, I think I've seen one of them on the ground before, like just a quill by itself. I'm pretty sure my grandma found one and gave it to us kids. They're really freaking cool and just like such a unique animal. So for that, we are going to put them in, I'll take a photo, but I'm not really going to pet it. Like, look at all this quills. Like, no thanks. All right, last but not least, we have the scariest freaking animal to ever exist in Australia. And a lot of people just don't know the animal. They're like, haven't heard of it before. They're actually so scary. And this is because just not a lot of people see them. But there are stories and tales about the drop bear. So I just put a question mark because we still don't know what they look like now. And the reason why we don't know what they look like is because anyone who's ever taken a photo of them has never survived. Drop bears, you can go in the bin. No, thank you. All right, that is our final look of the different animals ranked on my personal tier system. If you want to see me rank anything else Australian, definitely let me know down in the comments because honestly, I think these ones are so fun to do. I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. If you watched this far, definitely leave a kangaroo emoji. We'll keep it animal themed going. Thank you again so much for watching. Much love, and I will see you in the next one.